Joined now just before the final with one of the finalists and local man John Bailey. John, you've had a couple of exceptional wins there against Graham and Gary. How are you feeling about the green, how you're playing in the night so far?
Yeah, I've had 2 good wins against Graham and obviously Gary as well. Yeah, you know, obviously it's a bit of an advantage to me with playing here sort of thing, and I do know that this green does sort of slow up sort of hour by hour sort of thing. And yeah, I'm playing a good length, a good game, but you know, obviously it's great beating Gary and Graham, but I've got one more to go, so.
And mentioning that one more game, you're up against Glynn Cookson, last year's winner in the first year of the event, but also the man that put you out in the semi-final. You've gone one step further. The green will be slightly different. How are you feeling about this game?
Yeah, today's a different day. Yeah, it's not a problem. We'll give it a go.
And a few people have been talking about you in good form at the moment as well. Does that have an impact when you're coming into an event like this?
Yeah, I'm having a great season, to be fair. Yeah, I'm most probably playing the best bowls of my life at the moment. You know, and it's confidence, isn't it? You win in competitions, and you know, it gives you great confidence, and it's just a pleasure to be playing here tonight, and we've got to remember why we're here tonight. So yeah, it's a great honour and pleasure to be playing with these 7 top bowlers in the country. So let's just hope that I can perform and put a good account of myself in the final.
Well, good luck, John. We wish you all the best.
Cheers, Tom.
Thank you.
Cheers, Tom.
It's going to be a very tactical final again. I think we'll see Glynn going for his corners, especially as the green starts to hold a little bit more as the evening goes on. It'll just drag a couple of yards. That I always think suits Glynn, who's never shy of attacking the jack. And we'll probably see John play his edges that have served him so well in the evening so far.
Yeah, I've just spoke to Gary, who John beat in the semi-final, and Gary said he couldn't believe that the road that John was playing, coming up John's finger peg up the edge towards us. He said the road was very, very difficult to find, and he put all his concentration into trying to find a road, and half the time just didn't concentrate on the length. But that's an absolutely fantastic ball of Bailey's.
A magnificent ball by
Nicks
John
a front
Bailey.
toucher again, and he's in.
I mean, with bowls of this standard, the crowd are really having a fantastic treat tonight.
But you wouldn't have thought so, Roger. There weren't even a ripple of applause. And look at this, he's just underneath. There weren't a ripple of applause.
No.
He's nicked a front toucher.
It was amazing in the corners.
And nobody even blinked an eyelid. These players have come all this distance to put on an exhibition like this, and Bailey's nearly got another here. If he hits his own full, he's got another. He's just gone through the gap.
It's just gone through, yes. Just get a feeling there's John running up the ball there. He's really in the mood for this. He's won that jack, and now here comes this edge again.
Yeah.
That served him so well in the semi-final against Gary Ellis.
Can Bailey get past that ball of Cookson's? He's far enough to get past it. He's got another.
And good driving again by John.
Glynn might be having a pop at these. Be surprised if he doesn't.
They're sat together invitingly. Hits one, he hits 2.
He's leaning. He's got them both.
A great hit. He's got them both, and the jack goes.
Yeah.
Very important strike by Glynn.
He'll settle for that. Happy to nullify the end. Crowd's dwindled a bit, Roger, now. It's getting towards dusk. Lights are on, pod lights are on. Sun's gone down.
Yeah, just gone a touch colder for people, and although the die-hard enthusiasts are here, all wanting to turn the bookies upside down and shake the money out of them, especially if it's a John Bailey win.
Yeah, there's still a good few hundred round the green. Most comps have been more than happy to have this many around. And like you said earlier on, it's becoming a feature of the Colwyn Bay Festival. And they do a good job keeping this competition going.
Oh, it's great, and it raises money for the very good causes. It was Help for Heroes last year. I think it's a different charity again this year.
Yeah, it's for the blind ex-servicemen this year, which is the charity was chosen by Craig's family.
Yeah, it's it's a brilliant way to remember Craig, and long may it continue.
Absolutely wonderful ball from Bailey there. Cookson's reached, he's into him, he wants to rattle him about, he has done. Run through with it and counted.
One of Glynn's trademark bowls,
Got
attacking
two out
the jack,
of it.
turning 2 down into 2 up. How many times has he done that in his career?
Yeah, that's why he's been one of the best players in the game. Played for like 40 years. Played in the era of Duncan, Mercer, Vernon Lee. Played with them, competed against them, beat them a lot of times. Can hold his own in the Hall of Fame of bowling.
And Glynn is a very proud Cheshire man, and I'm sure he was absolutely delighted with Cheshire's semi-final win over Wales in the county championship last Sunday. Obviously it broke Welsh hearts, but it was a much improved campaign by Wales, and I'm sure they're on the right track now for hopefully going that one better and getting to what would be only their second final since 1958. Time will tell, but Wales. It was great to see Wales in the semi-final.
And that ball of Cookson's tells you the reason why they got to the final. Absolutely nailed one on a 6-inch ball of John Bailey's and licked it. Well, he's give this a chance. He's nearly finished 2 down as Bailey played a real ball. But he's nearly
good contact
down.
on Glynn's counting ball, but still ends up 1 down.
Yes, it is. Roger, he's just going to lick it. Bailey's played 1 2.5 foot off. Yeah, that's the thing with British Crown Green. Your vice president holds the junior All England, and the president's county holds the senior All England. So next year, Wales will be hosting the senior All England, and I don't think they've decided on a venue yet, have they, Roger?
No, it's still being decided. But one thing is guaranteed: it'll be a magnificent day out wherever they decide to hold it, and it'll be wonderful to see it back in Wales, because it's a rota that, as you know, is once every 15 years.
Yes.
The last one in Wales was in 2001 at Sly Miners Welfare in Wrexham. And do you have a favourite venue for the All England?
In Manchester.
Yeah, or anywhere that you really like to go to when it's the All England finals.
Cleckheaton.
Yeah, Cleckheaton
it's
Sports.
Only just up the road from where I live.
Yeah. And 2 difficult greens there at Cleckheaton.
Yeah,
and it's a true test, isn't it, of whoever wins it there at Cleckheaton Sports. Has been there a couple of times. I know Ashley Dakin was delighted to win it the last time there. And prior to that, Paul Chamberlain from Derbyshire. I was there the day he won it at Cleckheaton Sports.
One of the problems now with the All England is the amount of people that are going. The venues can hardly cater for them. You've got 1,000, 1,300 or so people round the bowling green. It's very difficult to find a venue that can cater for that amount of people round the bowling green.
Yeah, it's important to get the facilities right, and it's all a part of the entertainment. You want to see good bowling on difficult greens, and the right facilities to look and spectate on the day. So facilities for stands. But obviously, while we've just been talking about the All England, John got an important 2 in the top corner to take Glynn away from his corners, and Lizzie what I think is the counting ball. And Glenn's just gone up and had a look. And again, I think he will not be short. Here he comes. Need to reach into it and do as much damage as possible.
He wants to peg quick. He's just sat one out. One to Bailey.
John Bailey. John Bailey is quietly dragging himself back into this game now. 5-7.
And if you remember, Roger, he played across this middle last year. He played a lot of his, I think he lost it semi-final, but he did play a lot of his games on this particular mark.
Yeah, he does know this green extremely well, and
yeah.
He's trying to ask as many questions as possible of Glynn Cookson.
Glynn struck. He's chipped one out, but he's left Bailey with one.
Yeah, John will be pleased to get away with that one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Glynn played John in the semi-final last year. It was a tremendous game. I think it was about 21-19 that Glynn won in the end.
Yeah.
But it could have gone either way. So Glynn will remember some of these marks. I'm sure that John's now taking them on. But this is a finely balanced final. Anyway, Michael, we have the pleasure of the British Crown Green commercial officer, Mr. Mel Evans, MBE, who has come down to enjoy the bowling this evening, and I'm sure Mel will have a good conversation with you regarding his observations of the game in general and tonight's play. So I'll hand over to Mel.
Thanks, you,
Roger. Evening, Michael.
Good evening, Mel. How are you?
I'm fine.
Jolly good.
Some top quality playing here tonight.
The bowling has been exceptional, but again, as I keep saying to you every time we seem to meet, if you were walking past this venue, you wouldn't know there were anything going on because the crowd just does not get involved.
No, you're right, and it's disappointing really, because I mean the round here in Wales have not got so many big events, and this is an opportunity to come out, isn't it, and see some of the top players in the game, and you can't get better quality than we've seen tonight. Some of the bowling's been tremendous, hasn't it?
No, they've put on a display which is second to none.
Yeah, the organisation's been great by Daniel Jones and his team, hasn't it, for such a worthy cause. Just looking at this in the final, I mean, Glynn shot off in his 7-1 lead, but I don't know what you thought, Mike, but the mark he was playing in these corners, he set the jack about 3 yards further on.
I said that to Roger earlier on. He was sending the jack further, and it's been his undoing actually. And John's now playing a mark that he played last year in this competition across the middle of the green. And he did play it very well with his weak balls on his left hand under the crown both ways. Yeah. But he's give Glynn a chance here, and Glynn's taken it.
Yeah, straight in. Then the green's lovely to play, isn't it?
It is. It is. Like Roger was saying before, it's the Junior All England here in another week or so. And the people who are looking after it have got it in tip-top condition. There's no bumps on it. It's smooth as anything. Nicely cut down.
Yeah, I came here about 3 weeks ago, and everybody all around the green, good team of people, all working hard on the green and the surrounds, and it's a credit to the club, Michael.
Yeah. This is a good one.
Good ball.
Absolute real ball.
Yeah, just cock round the edge there, stopped on. Probably where John is on the foot, it looks a lot nearer than it is.
Yeah. And if Glynn gets in here, he'll be going thumb peg down to the ball's huts. John's off the green with this. Won't be happy with that.
Yeah, Glynn just needs to keep his on, make John play.
Yes, it's on a road. I think it wants to stop a little bit. Just wants to stop a little bit quickly. Now that is a bad ball if it goes off. It's just gone on the peg.
Just round the edge, yeah. Good ball. Yeah.
I don't think he expected it to finish there. This has reached as well, Mel.
Yeah, he just grimaced as he sent it, John. I was looking at his face. Gives you a good indication. Too big, gone out. 2 more to Glynn.
I think that's the difference in the bias, where Glynn's just hooked a bit at the death. John's went in a straight line.
So last year these were the corners Glynn won it in?
Yeah, yeah. He'll be going thumb peg down towards the gate corner where they came in.
Yeah,
that's what they need.
Glynn on the road here. Oh, what a good bowl.
Marvellous. I bet John didn't expect that one to be licked.
And Glynn's obviously having to take a little bit different land. He's slightly keener, as you said, than John.
Yeah, left and right hand again.
What's this one saying?
Wants to run. It's just going to die.
Yeah, probably now the greens, no doubt, just dying a little as well this time of evening.
But really, Mel, he should have been a yard over on that ball, same as Glynn's ball. If he missed it, he missed it.
Yeah, good
Could
too.
have done that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
was
good
John's
balls,
ball. Really
Glynn.
needed to be a yard on there.
Yeah, yeah.
So 12-10 to Cookson.
12-10, yes. Glynn's had a pretty decent ball, 15-inch, just to the right of the jack.
John's not far
This
away
is
here.
just going to come underneath the jack, and it's just going to sneak out.
It's gone out the back. It's really running well. The green doesn't appear to be dying too much. And now we're coming
No,
dust now.
it's still trailing a little bit.
Must be nearly past your bedtime, Michael, wasn't
3 o'clock this afternoon was past my bedtime.
it? At least you managed to get a day off work. Now he's going to come at it to the peg, bit of a pace. Oh, he's got his eye on it. Got his eye on
He's
it.
not a mile off it. Oh,
Oh.
oh, and he's hit everything
Well.
and knocked everything off.
Well, that was one of yours, I think, Mike. wasn't it?
Dear me. He's having the look of the Irish as well as the look of the Welsh.
Yeah. Well, he's a Wolves fan. We all stick together.
Oh,
so
right, yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure John's going to come up and apologise.
Yes, with a big grin on his face.
So what a lovely delivery Glynn Cookson has as well. There's no sort of backswing. They just into all wrist action. Good example for youngsters.
That's one of the reasons why he's been so consistent. His delivery is nothing difficult. It's just straight down and straight arm across.
Oh, if it runs,
He's
it's
played
another.
a good one here. Bang on the road. I think the balls are just sliding off the crown and then pegging at the death, where John's balls are sliding off the crown and just staying under.
And left and right as well.
Well, he's reached. Now it's going to slide off the crown.
You sure?
What a perfect road. What a perfect road. Marvellous. Marvellous.
What's this about sliding off the ground, Michael?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not even sure he actually played that, to be honest.
No. Super shot.
Glynn's coming thumb peg.
Well, this is reached.
Just going to drag on the peg now, and it's going to finish a yard at back.
Just gone in, has it, Mike?
I would have thought so, but I wouldn't put a lot of money on it. John wants to run. Wants to run down that hill now. He's going to finish about the same length as his first. Referee's having a look.
Yeah. Good job, referee David Evans.
Glynn's in. He really needs to get another Glynn.
Might just give it a bit of width, try and count on the length.
Yeah. He's far enough. He needs to miss that ball. Oh, he's knocked it in. Oh dear.
Things can change again, Michael. Glynn line 2 good bowls there. John fluke 1, 2 in that corner there. John played the perfect bowl and he's knocked him in.
It's a silly game. It's a silly game.
Everything seems to go in John's way just at the moment. All square, 12 across.
And this won't peg much neither.
He's just stuck it out a little. Stuck it out.
They wouldn't peg in a bucket, those balls, half the time.
But he knows how to use them.
He does.
Yeah.
He certainly does.
Ideal for the Waterloo.
This is a good one if it just nibbles a jack. It's gone 2 foot, 2.5 foot by. It stayed in. And John needs to play on the same road. This needs a length to win.
Yeah,
Played
that's
a
a good
good
ball.
Glynn can play yard over onto that.
He certainly played the yard.
As long as he's not to back, which he is.
Yes, just over the top.
Bailey's gone in front now.
Yeah, for the first time. The trail is 7-1. So anyway, it's been a pleasure joining you, Mike. I think we'll hand over to the professional Welsh commentator here, Mr. Morgan.
Now his man's gone in front.
Now his man's in front, yeah. Okay. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the night, Mike.
Thanks for your company, Mel.
Thank you.
I'll be seeing you shortly, no doubt.
Yep, and all the work you've done as well, Rog.
Thank you very much, Mel. Always a pleasure to have your company. Yeah, at the moment he's
changes tactics. He's trying to find something that doesn't peg a lot.
And he's just breaking up Glynn's
Just
length
wants
a
to
little bit at the
run.
moment.
It wants to run. Good ball. 8 inches short. 20 inch to the side. Glynn needs a good one to save. He's got to miss that ball.
Glynn needs a.
And
it's
it has,
an
and he's
absolute
played a
perfect
real
ball
one.
from Glynn Cookson. Another magnificent ball under pressure. 2 there, and there would have been a bit of daylight. Now the door's been firmly slammed shut there by Glynn. They're back level.
Well, there was a little bit of a round of applause for that ball, Roger.
It just shows that they're still awake.
They're
although
still awake.
There's a few empty chairs here, and I think they're all huddled in the corner that Glynn's bowling into to keep warm at the moment, because
there is a bit of a chill on the air now. But they're still performing at a top level, these lads.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a phenomenal ball of Glynn's, like you say. If John had counted those 2, there was a gap. The momentum has swung Glynn's way now.
He's fired out another good lead on his favourite mark. John's coming in
wants
just
to get
a
up
bit
a
too
touch.
heavy, I think. And gone out and gone off.
Can Glynn nail one on the jack this time? He's far enough.
Looks good again.
It's just on the peg. It's on right side.
Just gets a round of applause.
Now Glynn's putting the pressure on.
And this is a big ball for John now.
He's got to play a real good ball just to save. And he's not a million miles away if he's far enough.
There's a big shot in the corner. That's another magnificent ball. How many more balls are we going to see of that quality? It's just endless. Brilliant bowling. Both players at the top of their game, and here we are now approaching 9:30 at night, and you can't split these guys. You're just wet through. It is not pleasant. Well, John Bailey's just produced an important ball against Glynn in the corners.
It's getting to the nitty-gritty part of the game, Roger. 16-15 in front for Cookson. This is where, and he's on a road, he is, and he's picked the jack up. He's played a real ball.
And he may have run it for 2, I'm not sure.
Bailey wants to know whether it's 1 or 2. One, the referee says. I don't think he can strike because his ball's a bit near, but he can play 2 yard over.
He's certainly not sure. Here comes the reacher in from John. This is this one thinks is a
this
really
can win in
important ball.
This can win in the game if he hits it full.
It's just gone over the top.
Now Cookson's 2 in front. Cookson's looking.
He's still stalking the end. Desperately hoping that DT Evans, who's a great judge, is wrong, which he rarely is. He might just be calling for measures.
It's all gone quiet. We're settling for 1, I think.
Yes, DT Evans is hardly ever wrong, and Glynn doesn't bother having the measure. It's incredible to win it once is such an honour, But if he is to do the double with such a magnificent field, Glynn really well, he doesn't need to prove himself in any company, but he'll be certainly very proud of this achievement if he wins it again.
And he's led an absolute
John will have something to say about it as he tries to get in,
ball,
and he's won it with an amazing
absolutely
ball.
Brilliant.
That was so important.
Referee said the last ball's in, and Glynn said, "If you get any good news." Well, he's not to lose for playing too far as Glynn. He's reached, he's watching it. He just looks over the top, he is.
Well, that you've got to think was a very pivotal ball in this match. If John Bailey's going to go on and deny Glynn, he'll look back and remember that ball, because it was a 6-inch ball he's beaten.
I'm sure Glynn thought that were on the card, Roger.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure he did.
Most people would.
Now Glynn saying, why didn't you play too far at that?
So 16-17, John to lead out. He'll have a good think about where to go now. This stage of the match, it's all about putting them close and saying,
that's a good ball.
Beat them.
It's a good ball. Only a foot, 14 inch at the side.
Yeah, he's not disappointed. He's put in a
Glynn might just
lead.
pull it on a length if he's there. He's just going to peg away a little bit, and he's short. He fancied that, did Glynn? Just the strength of ball.
Yeah, John needs to get on with this, I think. He's after it.
He's got another, Roger. I think he's got another.
Yes, he has. It's finished really well. Lies a little bit to the side. Here comes Glynn with the reacher.
The reacher again.
He's looking at it.
He got something. He's got the ball again. But I think
again.
he's still left John in.
But having hit John's ball first, it might have just gone against Glynn. I don't know.
I'm thinking it's 2 for Bailey.
Body language says John likes his. It's one out.
Taking one, yeah. Glynn said it's only one. I think they're going to have him pegged now.
I think I recall you getting to the final of the Greater Manchester Merit, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
Mr.
that
Holden.
was more luck than good management.
A superb performance. And
people are
it's
saying
great to see you in action then at the All England.
But I just think that there's something just not quite right with the juniors, because when you go and watch the junior counties, they struggle to field 12, and I'm not being disrespectful to the people that play, but 12 of a county standard. You can get some juniors who are not learners. Well, he's just played his own ball out.
And he's hit his own, and it's halved it.
And left Bailey one.
Certainly left John Bailey one, and he may even look for 2.
Some of the junior county players, I think,
18,
are not the
Bailey.
standard that some of them could play, and you see some of the results in the junior matches, and the 21-0s and 21-1s.
Yeah, it's a big.
You know, you could get an 18-year-old or a 17-year-old playing a 9-year-old.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a chap on, a young lad called Ben Glogue, and he wins competitions in the senior level in our area, but he's still a junior, and he has some results that you think it's not even a game for him. And I don't mean that detrimental to the people that he's playing, but he could be playing, like I say, 8 and 9-year-old girls and boys.
It's something they need to do, almost like match up the age of the players to stop that from being too intimidating for the youngsters. John Bailey has led an absolute reeling on this mark, and he's just getting Glynn with his.
He's got Glynn tight every time down there.
A bit now.
But when you get children like that playing and they're getting those type of results, it can have an adverse effect on them.
Oh, absolutely.
If they're only getting 2s and 3s, they think, I'll never make it at this game. And
I remember
pull away from it.
One incident in my my son James was playing for Wales in the final
Marvellous ball.
in Yorkshire, and he played Danny Kilburn, and Danny was a 17, and James was about 12, 13, and I remember James, the first tenor, looked absolutely scared to death.
Bailey.
Yes, I think yes, it just broke for John. Glynn playing the right ball again, just not getting both balls out.
If this is on road, it's a real ball. Absolute real ball.
Great lead. Great lead at a vital time too.
Glynn's under immense pressure now. This wants to run. He's short and narrow. It's going to peg off narrow.
Now he needs to count another.
And I think he needs it 2 foot at the back at least. Counting another.
But he's getting Glynn to play tight now. And I think it's really suiting John's weaker ball, and he has counted another.
He's played a real ball.
That's a really good ball.
Absolutely real
really
ball. I think Glynn's going to strike at this.
I'll
be surprised if he tries to
the
save.
Heavens.
I will.
He's going to close his eyes.
Strike, yeah.
And here comes a strike from Glynn.
He's not got much to it. Only a 9-inch target, and he's watching it. And he's hit the jack.
Where's the jack going?
Going in the gutter.
Enough momentum to go off the green?
Yes.
Just gone off the green. It's not over yet. A fantastic ball under pressure from Glynn Cookson. A really important strike.
This wants to run. This wants to run.
I think it's caught Glynn as well. Yes, it has.
Now then.
So once again,
he's gone about 3 or 4 yards further than he has done in the past because of Glynn knocking the jack off. And the pair of them just haven't picked up the length. Here. John wants to run with this. He wants to run badly. He wants to run. He's only going to get as far as Glynn's ball. It might not have even got one.
Glynn needs to get a clear path through.
Glynn's
He's got
put
a
it
couple
in.
of balls in his way.
He's reached.
He's all right if he's clear.
Now and then he's got a miss, and he has done. Played a good ball as Glynn.
That's a great ball.
He's just gone over the hill.
On a touch, but I don't think it's gone out.
One to Cookson.
Yeah, one to
18-19.
Swung one way, then the next. Is there another twist in this? John's
played one
late
here.
game with a side toucher and a 2-foot ball.
This will look like a front toucher from the match.
Yeah, yeah.
10 inches off. John's stalking it. He's coming after it. It wants to run this.
I don't think
it wants to run. It's a lovely road, but it's going to die yard short.
John can't believe it. He was right on the road. It would have counted with another couple of foot in it.
But if you remember, he played the same road and short a few ends into the game, and Glynn's got another one dead length.
Yes, he has.
John needs to reach. He needs to be past the jack. Any hit's a good hit for John. He's watching it. It looks a little bit towards us, Roger.
Yeah,
it needs to stop or it rest on this side ball. Has it saved in time? Has it stopped in time?
I don't know.
The crowd aren't letting us know.
Too near us, but Glynn's looking
it's a secret. Glynn says
he
he's in.
Signals one.
19 apiece. They can both get up.
Well, it's a fitting final to a fantastic evening. It's going to the wire. John's having a quick check before he concedes. Yeah, he concedes now, so 19 across.
19 across.
He's reached with this.
Good in with a miss, I think.
Halved it, gone past and got a good one. Glynn's ball must have been in the road. And Glynn needs to either win or make sure he doesn't let John count two.
Glynn's not short with this.
He's underneath his own ball. He's on a road, he's going to win it with this.
He's played an unbelievably good ball under pressure.
John can afford to be at that ball, big 2 or 3 yard over. If he can hit it full, he'll be weighed in.
If you can see it, I think he should have a go at it. What do you think, Michael?
Well, I'm not saying he should strike, but I think he's played the right ball. Because even if he hits his ball, he's not going to knock his own out. But he's played the right ball. If he gets a full connection, he wins the game. But he's underneath.
Could flick off his own. Oof.
Played the right ball for me. If he'd have hit Glynn's ball, he'd have counted 2. He needed to hit it full, but he missed. So Glynn leads out 20-19 in front. 5 minutes ago, John was lying game, looking up into the sky, hoping and praying that Glynn missed the strike.
Yep. And the fact that there's a
John's not passed the jack up here all this game, Roger. He's either played a yard short or a dead length. He's not past the jack.
Glenn's right at
if
the jack.
This is on the road, it's going to be a pretty decent ball. It's going to be 2 foot short on the road, it is.
He's just gone around the corner. But he's a
Is
dead
John
length.
going to reach it this time? It's a bit further as well.
Short. I think he's short. I don't think he's here.
He's not. You're right, Roger. He's not sent it. Again, he's not reached.
Glynn will want to improve on his lead because he knows
he's far
nothing
enough.
but a
He's far enough with
ball
this.
will be good enough.
If this is on the road, it's another gone. Another
He's
good, and
talking
if it's
to
on road, yeah.
Ball.
He's got a yard all round.
Yep. I don't think he's there again.
There's something wrong with it, Roger, wherever it goes.
Well,
there's something wrong with it.
He
You're
has,
right,
yeah,
it's
he's
short.
He
Cookson's weighed in.
21-19.
Glynn Cookson beating John Bailey.
And Glynn retains his title, which is, but what a fantastic performance by John Bailey. Didn't deserve to be a loser. Brilliant game of bowls.
Yes, and again, a pleasure doing business with you, Roger. Enjoyed it immensely.
As ever, Michael, it is an honour and a privilege. And well, that's 2 Craig Roberts Memorial invitations that we've commentated on, and the same winner on both occasions.
And
he must want us to come every year.
We'll see you next year, Roger.
Yeah, see you next year.
Here's a quick word now with the 2015 Craig Roberts Memorial winner, Glynn Cookson. Glynn, we spoke to you at the start of the evening. You were feeling good about the green again. How do you feel now you've got another win under your belt?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not surprised because I do play the green well, but I thought it might be beyond me really, winning 3 more games again tonight, Tom. But I feel absolutely elated, to be honest. Privileged to be in it and proud to win it.
Excellent. And playing John Bailey in the final, I know you played him last year and beat him. He's put out 2 class players in Wilson and Ellis, and then he's played some great balls against you, yet you've dug in and you've managed to get out in those last few ends. Yeah,
some of the bowls he kept coming up with his second bowl, and I thought, this probably isn't going to happen. But because we were entertaining the crowd so well, I just kept going on and trying to put on a happy face. But it was tough to take. Some of these bowls were absolutely superb.
Well done anyway. A great night's bowling, great night's entertainment, all for a good cause, and a very worthy winner. Thanks very much, Glynn.
And so the winner of the Craig Roberts Memorial Invitational for 2015, can we have Glynn Cookson to collect his prize? No, Glynn Cookson,
Well done, Glynn.
I don't know what I did, but I'll stand it anyway.
So as the door closes on another successful competition, Glynn Cookson is the 2015 Craig Roberts Memorial Trophy winner. Thanks for watching.
Online, on demand, on bluebordersports.co.uk.